Hello, welcome to Lovegood Lane. My name is Matthew. Thanks for joining me. Today we are not going to be putting on makeup, and I'm also not going to be cooking anything in the kitchen. I'm going to talk to you because today we're celebrating an anniversary. Woot woot! It is my 1-year anniversary of my YouTube channel, Lovegood Lane. So a few of you might recall that I have had a YouTube channel for quite a while. I think 2018 or 2019 is when I initially started it, but I only did videos once in a while. It wasn't a regular thing. A lot of the times in those early days, my editing was super primitive. So last August, I made the decision that I wanted to, well, I'll back up for a second. What really prompted it was that the editing software that I use, it is on an annual subscription, and I really like it. It can do a lot of things. It can do all the things that I need it to and more, and it's easy to use. But my subscription was up for renewal, and so I had to make the decision for myself. Was I going to pay the money for the subscription and continue, or was I going to let it go? And I decided that I enjoyed it. It's a hobby. This is a hobby of mine, and we'll get more into that in a second as far as hobby versus monetized YouTube channels and all that stuff, because I do want to mention that in a moment. But anyway, so I decided that I enjoyed it, but if I was going to invest the money in this software subscription, then I needed to commit, and I needed to do a weekly video. I was confident that I could produce and post one video per week. And I have to say, I did it. Now, it wasn't always on the same day. Usually it was Sunday mornings that I posted a new video, but there were a handful of times where it wasn't until Tuesday or Wednesday. I think one time it was even Thursday before I even was able to post it, but I did it. And there was only one time that I reposted an older video of a recipe that I wanted to revisit. All the other ones were new. So I'm pretty proud of that. And what else? When I made that commitment to post one video a week, I also decided to change the name of my YouTube channel from Lovegood Kitchen to Lovegood Lane, because I knew that I wanted to talk about other things instead of only doing recipes in the kitchen. I still love that. And if you are a regular watcher of mine, then you know that I tend to do every other week. One week I will do makeup, skincare, or beauty related video, and then the following week I'll do a recipe or talk about something cooking or kitchen related. During this past year, I did a video on the different types of pans to use, for baking and cooking, like metal versus glass versus ceramic, and how that affects what you're doing. I did a video like that. So I have really enjoyed that variety of doing beauty and skincare and alternating with cooking. Now, does that system make my channel popular or attract viewers? Probably not. They say you're supposed to stick with one thing and go with it. And there are a lot of creators that I watch on YouTube that they've tracked their patterns for viewership and which videos and which topics tend to do better for them as far as engagement and how many people are watching, etc., how long they watch. And so they've adjusted their content accordingly. So, like there's one YouTuber that I like to watch who used to always do makeup stuff, and I loved her makeup videos. They were great, but apparently they weren't super popular. More people were watching other things like her fashion content and some other things. And so she kind of switched gears and doesn't really do a whole lot of makeup anymore, which for me is sad. But anyway, so I have no idea if people are, if people like to watch both makeup and cooking. It's kind of hard for me to tell, to be honest with you, because sometimes I'll have a cooking video that has a ton of views, and then there are other times I'll have a cooking video that doesn't have very many at all. I would assume that has to do with whatever it is that I'm preparing as to whether people are interested in watching. And same for the makeup and beauty videos. I've had a few of those that have had quite a few views, and then some with hardly any. So, but all that to say, I'm doing this for my enjoyment because I like it. And so it's making me happy. And hopefully you've enjoyed some things along the way too. And, you know, that's kind of a nice thing about YouTube channels is if I have a video that I post on a particular week and you're just not that interested, then, you know, you don't have to watch it. That's cool. It doesn't mean that, you know, we're not friends on the internet anymore. I do the same things. There's a different YouTube content creator that I watch. They post every Thursday. And occasionally they post a vlog style video, and I really like the person, but I'm just not really interested in their vlogging because it involves some things and lifestyle things that just aren't in my world. So I just don't watch it, but I still follow them and I still watch most of their videos. Yeah. So as far as YouTube goes and people making money, there are plenty of content creators that make money at this. But I am nowhere near, I am nowhere near that point. In order to be monetized, meaning that they run ads and stuff during your videos, I believe you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers, and you have to have a pretty high number of viewing hours it might be per year. I'm not really sure. I didn't pay a whole lot of attention because I'm not even close. I think as of today, I have like 137 subscribers. Wow, that's pretty cool, I think. Yeah, so I do not make any money from this. It's possible someday, maybe at some point. I don't know. Also, I am not ever sponsored, and I have never partnered with any company or organization to do a video. But a lot of YouTube creators, they'll be sponsored by whatever, Vaseline, and then they'll show you. I just noticed that at my dressing table, so that's why I said that. And then they'll show you, you know, the latest Vaseline products. I will say that this is my dream. I don't know if I'll ever get there, but you never know. Maybe someday if I stick with it. My dream is to get some makeup PR, and PR products are like a certain company, like Elf or what's another one that might do it? I don't know if Milani does it, but various makeup companies, they will send free products to certain YouTubers in hopes that they will use it on camera and talk to their viewers about it as, you know, advertising, marketing. I would love that if you know, what's another makeup brand that I like? Well, you know, I love Laura Geller. That's my favorite makeup. I don't really think that they do that a whole lot. I've never seen well, I take that back. Maybe Emily Noel. She might have received some PR products from Laura Geller. I don't know. But anyway, I would love that, even if it's like one nail polish or one mascara or something in the future. Yeah, if it does happen, I'll let you know, but that would be fun. But as of right now, this is a hobby, and so I pay for everything. I pay for the editing software, the products that I use and show you in my videos. I pay for it myself. And most of the time, my cooking videos, the recipes that I make, it's in like real life. So if I'm making it, then that means that that day or the next day, that's what my family's going to be having for dinner or for dessert or whatever. But there have been times where, like I try not to repeat recipes. And so if we're having several recipes in a particular week and I have already filmed that, then sometimes I have chosen a recipe that I haven't done on camera yet, that I didn't necessarily plan into the week, but I, just decided to do that for YouTube purposes. But just to recap, a few of the things that I have made on my channel this year in the kitchen have included my mom's fantastic zucchini bread, which really is wonderful. We made homemade Rocky Road ice cream. I call it my wedding cake, but I made the cinnamon wedding cake, a chocolate sheet cake, and a bunch of other desserts. We made my tried and true lasagna, chicken meatballs. We did a Taco Bell style crunch wrap deal. That's really good. A ham loaf. All kinds of stuff. And we did some other videos like I was describing earlier about the pans and whatnot. So, yeah, I plan to continue alternating every other week. There are times where if I know in advance that I'm going to be out of town or whatever, then I will film multiple videos in a week. It just kind of depends on what's going on. Several of the videos, especially recently, have included my boys, my kids, Ramsey and Teddy. And that's mainly because I need and want to film a video and they're around and they want to participate. So usually it's for a little bit and then they get distracted and they're off to the next thing. But that's been kind of fun to have them in the kitchen from time to time. As far as makeup stuff goes, I think I did write some of those down. Let's see. I did. So I filmed videos on the holiday gift boxes from Estee Lauder and Lancome. That was really fun. I did you might remember I did the Harry Potter collection. That was from Profusion. They had 2 different versions, and then I decided, well, let's go for it, and let's try to do a full face of Profusion that's products not in those holiday collections. And I did that. That was fun. There was also the time last fall when I was getting ready for that formal event and had a little potentially big snafu with my makeup. I was able to fix it, but that definitely taught me that if you have something important, don't experiment with your makeup that day. And also, it might be good to practice in advance. At least pick out the products and do some little testing ahead of time before the day of the event. So definitely learn that in real time with you all watching. It turned out okay. I liked my look for the event, but it was a little scary there for a moment. So yeah, what else can I tell you? I am working on, I wouldn't say a different setting, but getting a backdrop or something that can kind of spruce up my, we'll call it my studio, my filming studio downstairs. You know, some of the videos that I've done, I did it from my office, which is also the laundry room. And that's downstairs. It's quiet. There's a door that I can close and I'm not disturbing anyone, especially if I'm doing a video earlier in the morning or whatnot. But the washing machine and some of the utility stuff in the background is it's maybe not as cute or elegant as I would like. So I'm working on it to do some sort of backdrop, something. So we have that to look forward to. And what else? I'm not going to put on any makeup today, but I do have a bunch of stuff, and that's going to be in a video coming up. I'm going to show you new stuff that I got. And I have been doing a lot of purging lately. I got rid of a lot of clothes, and I got rid of some of my cookware and gadgets. I know. If you know me, you're going, what? What's wrong with you, Matthew? And then I also have done it with a lot of my makeup products. And I still have a lot of makeup, don't worry. But I think that I realized that if I haven't used it or even looked at it in a year or sometimes more for some of the stuff, it's like, why am I hanging on to this? And I am a believer in objects and stuff, clothes or pans or whatever it is. It holds an energy. And so if I start to feel like cluttered in the amount of stuff I have or whatever, then I need to make a change. So that's what's been happening recently. I did donate a bunch of clothes, a lot of clothes, like several bags worth of clothes, and I feel good about it. I did that with some cookware. Some of the pans or gadgets or whatever I hadn't used at least since we moved here to our current house, and we've been here exactly 4 years. So it's like, what am I holding on to this for? I've also been trying to do better with that mentality that I've had for my whole life, really, where it's like, oh, well, I won't wear such and such today because I'm going to save it for that special occasion. Or when? It hasn't happened. Let's just use it and enjoy it. Or if not, then get rid of it. There have been a couple of things that I haven't really used recently, but I did hold on to them because I felt that they held sentimental value, whether it was like a pan that was my grandmother's or something. There have been a few of those, and I feel okay about that, keeping those. But I also have done a huge purge. I should have brought it up here to show you, but I didn't. I did a huge purge of my recipes, and I reorganized my recipe book. I'll do I think I should do a video on that so you can see. You're either going to think I'm crazy or you're going to think it's amazing, or maybe both. But I'll show you how I've reorganized my recipes. And I just had to weed out stuff, like recipes that were just like, okay, they weren't some of our absolute favorites. They weren't terrible, but it was just kind of meh. I have so many recipes and cookbooks. I don't need to keep the so-so stuff. So I got rid of all that. So that's been exciting. And I did it in my recipes in 2 parts. There's one book that's all like dinner savory stuff. And then there's another complete binder book that is going to be all desserts and pastries and stuff. And breads. I have completed the savory binder. I have just barely started on the dessert one. So things to look forward to, things to come. I did get rid of a bunch of makeup stuff, and before I put them in the trash, I wanted to show you what I've gotten rid of, because some of the stuff I used up and I will repurchase because I really like it. And some of the stuff maybe I have a recommendation on, or I just felt like I had something to say, something to tell you. So that's why I kept them out, and I'm going to just show you those things real quick before they go in the trash. What else can I tell you? Oh, I'm wearing this hat today. So, some of you may or may not know that I have hair. I've had this hat on, so it's all smushed down, but I have not cut my hair since the middle of May, I think. So as of the filming of this video, let's see, June, July, it's been 3 months that I haven't cut my hair, and I'm still bald. You can see the tracks here, and then I still have my monk patch back here, but it's been a journey. I originally wanted to do, I was convinced that I was going to do a hair system, which if you know what that is, it's like a semi-permanent wig or toupee. And a friend of my husband's actually does that for a living, so I was in touch with them, and they said, well, to make it look the best, you'd want to grow your natural hair out as much as you can so that it can be blended into the piece that they semi-permanently attach. It's glued basically to your head. And so I thought, oh, well, that makes sense. So that's why I haven't cut my hair. But then the more my hair grows, like I haven't had this much hair on my head for at least 25 years. Because I started losing my hair when I was about 21. And then I tried to keep it, and I used Rogaine and some other stuff for several years, and I think it was like 2005, maybe 2004, somewhere in there, that I just shaved it all off. And other than in like the 2015, 2016 time frame, I had a little patch right here that I grew. Other than that, I haven't had hair in all that time. So I'm kind of enjoying it, and it probably will get to the point where I look a little crazy because it's going to grow out this way and then up here. But I'm just going to keep letting it grow. I want to see what I can do with it. And also, I started using a topical solution. It's not prescription, but it's called Nourish Max. Some of you may have heard of it. But it is a serum that comes in a dropper, and you have to put it on a clean scalp. So I've been making sure that I wash my hair and take a shower every single night before bed so that I can put on my serum. But you drop it on and then you kind of massage it in until it's dry to the touch. I've been using that. And then I also have a prescription for Lock Lab. It's an oral medication that's minoxidil and dutasteride and 2 other things. There are 4 medications, but yeah, I think it's going to be several months. I just started taking that not even a month ago, and they said it'll be 3 to 6 months before we really, if anything's going to happen, before we see anything. So yeah, I'm going to stick with it and see. I realize that since it's been so long that I haven't had hair and I've had my bald patches, that it's not realistic to think that I'm going to grow all my hair back. But my hope is that maybe my monk patch here, maybe I can shrink it a little bit. That would be nice. Or maybe the hair that I do have, it can be a little thicker. So we'll see. Yeah. What else? Oh, in the process of letting my hair grow, I don't have any product in it today. I've been wearing that hat, but it's not really a gel, and it's kind of a cream that I kind of rub between my hands, and then I just sort of scrunch it. I have curly hair, not super tight curls, but it's more than wavy. And I'd kind of forgotten, to be honest with you, because it's been so long since I had hair. So I've been kind of enjoying that as well. So yeah, I think that might be all I have to say about my hair for the moment. I'll keep you posted. I was telling some friends that recently, like when I do when I teach jazz, or whenever I do jazzercise, whether I am teaching or taking the class, I wear like a bandana, and it helps contain the sweat and stuff. And I always tie it around, and then I tuck the tail up underneath. And one day recently, I was tucking the tail up underneath, and it pulled my hair, and I went, ow! And then I thought, oh, hey, I pulled my hair. I have got hair to pull. Or one time I looked in the mirror and my hair was all askew, and I'm like, uh-oh. But then I thought, oh, I'm going to leave it. I've got hair that can be akimbo. Anyway. So, yeah, I don't know if you're interested in my hair journey, but if you are, I'll keep you posted on what's going on. Okay, I want to show you a couple of the things that I am getting rid of. In no particular order. This is the Lacura Anti-Wrinkle Night Cream. Lacura is the Aldi brand. Aldi is my favorite store. You may or may not know that. And it's pretty much empty. There might be 1 or 2 swipes left in there. But this was really good. And it's very similar to what? It's that... is it L'Oreal? It just went out of my brain. The one in the red jar, the Regenerist. It's basically a dupe for that, but at a fraction of the price. This was good. I would buy that again. But as with all Aldi cosmetics, they're only in stores occasionally. It's not something that they stock all the time. This I loved. This came in that holiday box from Estee Lauder that I got. This is the what? The Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Supercharged Gel Cream. I used every last bit. There's nothing left. It is a fabulous texture. It's like a gel, creamy, I don't know. But it had a, not super strong, but it did have a slight fragrance that I happen to like. But I love this. So I would definitely purchase that again. And, you know, this is just my opinion, that unless a cosmetic, skin cream, serum, whatever, unless it has like retinol in it, because that's been proven to actually change the makeup of your skin, your molecules and whatnot, unless it has that in it, for the most part, it's really just how it makes you feel, in my opinion. Like when you put this cream on, ooh, I feel hydrated, or I love the way that it makes my eyelids feel, or to me, that's where it's at. So if you like how it smells, if you like how it feels, if you like the texture of it, or the ease with which you can spread it on, or whatever, then that's what we need to do. I'm not saying that we don't need to use moisturizer and cream, and yes, we do, but anyway, I digress. Next up, this is, I barely used it, but you may or may not remember my feelings on lip glosses. This is the Lancome Juicy Tubes. It came in the Lancome holiday box, and it's very thick, and it feels kind of, I don't want to say gloppy, because it's not like chunky, but it's too heavy for me. So that's a no. I'm getting rid of that one. I would not purchase that again. Another thing that is a nice product, it just doesn't work out for me, is Boom. Boom has those sticks, those tubes that you spread on. They're really easy to do, and I like those. Oftentimes I use those if I just need a quick something to give me a little color. And the moisturizing one is excellent. I use that underneath a lot of other makeup just as a moisturizer. But anyway, this is the Boom eyebrow pencil, and I got it in the shade Taupe, Cool Taupe. It's a regular wood pencil like that. It's a good product. It goes on well. It's just the Cool Taupe is too light for me. Even when I still had the shaved head, the no hair, the color was just off. It wasn't the right thing. So we're not doing that. I'm getting rid of the Profusion Feel Good Skin. This is the Skin Perfector. It's like a cross between a skin tint and a foundation. It is cool. It has this twist up. I don't think it's a bad product. I don't think it's the best tint or foundation or anything else that I used. And I found myself rarely reaching for this. So this is going. I don't think it's bad, but I don't think it's great. It's just meh. Here's one that I've tried to love many times, but this is the Mally Beauty, what is it? Flawless Finish Foundation, and it's a cushion foundation. Part of it might be the color, because I have it in the shade light, and it's a little too light for me. That's easily correctable by using some bronzers and some other stuff. That's not a big deal, but I just didn't. I tried many times I wanted to love this, but I just didn't. The texture, it's just kind of meh. No. Believe it or not, I am getting rid of a few Laura Geller products. This is the Laura Geller Double Take Baked Foundation. This is more full coverage, and you can use it wet or dry. It's not in here, but it comes with a little sponge that you can keep under there. Oops, get my hand out of the way if you want. This is a good product, but it's just not, it doesn't suit my particular preferences at the moment, because I am not really in a full coverage mode right now, because I feel like it makes me too something. So good product, but I'm letting it go because I hardly ever use it, and I don't see myself wanting to do the double take. This came in an Ipsy bag at some point this year. It's a Cinta London eyeshadow palette, and my feeling on this is I hardly ever wear blues or greens, so I don't need to necessarily keep it around. And then the other neutral shades in there, I have 87 other palettes that have same or similar shades, and this formula, it's decent, but it's not blowing my socks off, so gotta go. Another Laura Geller product that I'm getting rid of. This was the Baked Eyeshadow Quad. In the quad is called Pink Buttercream. She also has a blush by that name, but you can see that there is one that is missing. One of my kids got a hold of this and tossed it, and it fell on the ground and it broke, and that one totally came out. But the reason why I'm getting rid of it is because I think maybe it was in a set, or I don't know, but I have another one that's exactly the same. It's just in a black case, but it's the same shades, and none of them are broken. So I'm going to keep the good one and get rid of this one. Another thing I'm getting rid of, this was in an Ipsy bag. This is just a sample size, but this is what? It's from Benefit, and it's called Play Days. It's a liquid blush. I liked the color. I liked how it went on and the whole shebang. It's just that the staying power was not good. Like, after a couple of hours, I looked in the mirror and I was like, where's my blush? So the Play Days from Benefit, I'd say no on that one. This is from my Estee Lauder beauty box. It's a lipstick. What shade is it called? Sneak Peek. And it's sort of a pinky, a flesh tony pinky. I have come to realize that the nudes on my lips, for me personally, I just do not like it because I have no mouth. It's like the same color as my skin, and unless I use a lip liner and blend that in, but then it's like, well, what's the point? I might as well just use so anyway, I'm not doing it. I'm getting rid of that. Same with this. This is a Laura Geller product. These lipsticks are wonderful. I love her lipstick. But this is a flesh tone. It's barely used because every time I think when I see a new one, a new shade come out, I think, oh, let me try it. Here's another one. This is called what? Novel Neutral. It's just too similar to my skin. And then I have no face. And I want to have a face. Alfresco. This one is a kind of a swirly business. Also doesn't work on my face. And last but not least of those is Mauve Majesty. It's a little bit more orangey pinky, but still no. This product I'm getting rid of. They don't even make this anymore, but it's because I'm pretty sure this is expired and I need to get rid of it. But this is Laura Geller, the Real Deal concealer. It's not made anymore, but this is full coverage concealer. Yeah, so I don't know. I should know more about my concealers to be able to tell you, like, oh, try such and such from Laura Geller if you want full coverage concealer. But I'm drawing a blank at the moment. But anyway, I'm getting rid of that one. I will say that I do love, she does still have, that's not it. Nope, that's not it. Here it is. The Laura Geller, oh no, this is the Real Deal. This is the Ideal Fix. This concealer, it's still available. They're still making it. Excellent. I like it. Blends well. It doesn't crease. I like all the things. So that's my word on concealer. This came from Aldi. It's the Liqueur brand. It's a matte liquid lipstick. I like the idea of it. I just don't really know what inspired me to get this because I don't like, for me, I don't prefer matte lips. So the shade is okay. It's like rosy pinky enough that it showed up, but yeah, I don't like matte lips. So no. This is an old eyeshadow single, which doesn't come around much. This was a limited edition thing from Laura Geller, Baked Marble Eyeshadow in the shade Starburst. It's sort of a swirly brown pink. It's good, but I don't use it very much and I need to just get rid of it. This is a L'Oreal product that I used in a video, I think earlier this summer. It's the Lumi Le Glow Tint. This I think is a good product, but it's not working for my face because I don't know if you could see in camera, but I have large pores. And this, every time I've used it, even when I've tried to use a primer, it just like whoosh, fills in all my pores and I end up with like little dots around and it's just not good. So I'm gonna have to let this go. But yeah, that concludes my products that I'm getting rid of and either recommending or repurchasing or saying, no, don't do it. So anyway, I think that's it for our video today. Happy anniversary to me. I'm so glad you're here. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed chatting and hanging out today. It does help out my channel and I appreciate that. And subscribe if you're not a regular subscriber. It's absolutely free. It does help out my status in YouTube world. And you'll also be notified whenever I upload a video. So yeah, we've got a bunch of new things coming up as far as the backdrop, and I'll keep you updated on my hair, and I've got some new makeup things to show you, and I'm going to show you my new recipe organization and all kinds of things. So I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.